Hello. We are going to do a brief tutorial on how to add text to photos, which is primarily what we do with a lot of our photos in the office. You can start what I did. Let's do this again. I went into my Start button, and Microsoft Paint, which is one of the software programs that you can use to add text to photos, is automatically comes up as one of the main programs that I use. If it doesn't come up in your Start button, you can go to All Programs. One more time, All Programs. Go into Accessories, and you will find Microsoft Paint in your accessories. Those are the two easiest ways to find it. Click. Now, this is what the opening screen looks like for Microsoft Paint. There are four main components to the opening screen that will be of use to you. Let's start with the top one first, because this is kind of unusual for Microsoft. You can have a small toolbar up here where you can add functions, say, or subtract functions. For example, let's take out as much as possible so you see what's available. So this would be undo, this would be redo, this would be a print preview. You really don't need print preview. Oh, well, you might need it for something, but you can also add functions like create a new document, open a document, print, and save. So that is the small toolbar that that is available for you. And most of the time with Microsoft, you don't see that unless it's on Microsoft Word. Well, it's on Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel too, but I think it's rather interesting that you have that in a rather transparent or opaque bar here, and you also have similar options here. Well, you have the save and the print and the new document and open here. So, and this is basically the file key, the dark blue, for the file commands. The home key, or the home tab, which is where we do most of the editing, as I said, you can find the copy and paste, you can find methods of cropping, resizing photos or rotating photos. The tools here are where you can add or subtract color or text. The brush tells you what type of stroke you are going to be using. So if we had a pencil, it looked like that. If you had a brush, it looked like that. If you wanted a marker or whatever that was, it looked like that. Sizing can change. You can add geometric shapes if you like. You can erase. Let's see, with geometric, let's go back to geometric shapes so you see what happens with some of these enclosed figures. With paint, you can select type of paint you want to drop and shade. Oh, that's so unfair. Well, you see. Select and drop and shade the areas, or do some coloring. Let's see, can we change? I thought there was a way to change the eraser. And is there a way to change the eraser? I thought there was. and maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. Okay, but like I said, with text, you can add text and you can see what the text looks like because it turns into the text cursor and start typing. So that is what happens with that. Now, with the text cursor, and I think I misspelled typing, but you know, you didn't hire me for my spelling ability. With the text cursor, you cannot go back and edit something that you've typed. If it's there unless you hit undo. So that's one of the drawbacks, I think, of Microsoft Paint. But it does offer some versatility in terms of changing colors. Let's see if I can do it like this. Let's see if we can get a little creative. Okay, so here we are going to type wow. And we are going to make wow. And it should grow. Yes, I'm going to make it 48, a size 48. Now, let's see if we can take the O, make it orange, take one of the exclamation points. This is so cool. It takes so little to impress me. Make that bright red. Yes. So you can change the color of individual pieces of text. Now, right now, if you notice that this is what I call the active text box. The active text box is what we call transparent. Transparent means that it matches the background of the picture or the wonderful piece of art that you just created. You also have the option of making it opaque, which means that it is white, or if you select color 2, because color 2 controls the opaque, you can make it any color you would like. Okay, so that is a brief. Let's see what cutting does. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. No, we can't cut. Can we cut and paste? No. It's disappointing. Okay. So, view, this view tab here, you can add grid lines and rulers if you like. You can zoom in or zoom out, make it smaller, bigger, but that is making it smaller and bigger with zoom in and zoom out only makes it smaller or bigger for your work screen here. It is actually the resize that makes the actual photo or picture that you finally produce or print out smaller or bigger. You can also rotate if you want to rotate. Why would you want to rotate? I don't know. But hey. You know, some people are into that sort of thing. You can flip it. And flip it back. Okay, so those are the 3 tabs. The view controls what you want to control on the screen. Home is for editing the actual photo. That's why resizing is here and not in view, because it edits the photo, edits the size of the photo. And this is the File tab for opening, closing, saving, printing, exiting. And we are going to start a new document. Do I want to save this one? No, even though it is pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a photo that I already have prepared as a test, and I don't need the grids, nor do I need the ruler. I might need the grids later. Let's leave that up. Now, one of the first things you notice is that depending on the size of your photo, the whole thing may not show up. So let us use zoom in. Oh, sorry. Let's us use the zoom out so we see everything. Nope. Let's do the zoom out so we see everything. And then we can start our editing. This is a photo of one of my lovely alleys, as you can see, that was taken in September. And we are going to be using the text. And as I said, you can click anywhere and resize your active text box. And as long as you have that active text box, like I said, you can resize it. You can, if it's the big X with the arrows, you can move it around wherever you need it. And typically, that's a good place for a label. So this is just an ugly alley. And what happened here? Nothing went away. This has a natural wrapping function. And in order to edit this, highlight, let's make it 14, 16, 18, 16. And smaller, smaller. Now, okay, here's my little, there you go. So, you can put it there, and like I said, you can have it opaque, which it works, or you can do transparent. And as you see, what my camera already put the date and time. So let's try and make this match. Okay, so you have, like I said, you have the option of changing the colors, changing the background, moving it around, moving the text around if you should like. But big drawback, if you leave the active text box, you can't go back and edit that. So you would have to undo and do the whole thing over. But that is typically let's see, paint. Basics of using paint. So, and because I like playing with this stuff, I'm just going to play with it a little bit. And then I'm going to make that, make it opaque, make it green. Ugh, ugly. Okay, that's Microsoft Paint. And you can save, or you can save as. Typically, what I would say is you probably want to save as, because if you save, you are saving whatever, you're saving your changes to your master photo. If you should need that photo for something else, which we might end up doing from time to time, I would say save as, and it will generally save as a JPEG. Paint test, or ugly alley. There we go. And then we can open up our pictures and find where's my ugly alley? There's my ugly alley right here. And that's what it looks like. And we have not damaged our master photo. So that is Microsoft Paint. Thank you very much. I hope this was helpful. Good night.